Hey, Dr. Brett Glass Chiropractic here. Today we're going to talk about some ancillary movements with the rotator cuff and the shoulder stability. We discussed the rotator cuff, the 4 exercises that we went through the other day, and for the strength and healthy movement in the shoulder and the rotator cuff. So today I'm going to throw in a few others that will help with shoulder stability. These we're going to recruit muscles around it, the rhomboid muscles, trapezius, latissimus dorsi, maybe even some rear deltoid. So on top of hitting the rotator cuff, we are also going to hit some of these ancillary muscles. So I'm going to go through these and hopefully you can hear me. And when I turn my back to you, I'm just going to show you that I'm using my shoulders in retraction. Actually, I won't show my back to you, but in this one, so what the shoulder is, here is a protracted shoulder. My hands are reaching forward, and a retracted shoulder, my arms stay straight, but the shoulder blades squeeze together. And that's where we want this motion to be. We're going to recruit those muscles around the shoulder blade and assist with the rotator cuff strength. So as I pull back, whether it's in a rowing motion or any other movement, I'm pulling with my shoulder blades, squeezing them together. That's called retraction. And when I have those squeezed together, I protract my shoulder blades. They glide around and over the rib cage, moving it forward. So we need to remember that. So we're going to retract those shoulders to start these movements. So I got my little TheraBand here, yellow one, pretty light, but it's going to burn when you do the reps. So I tie this around a little pole here. I'm going to build some tension into it. And this first one, we're just going to do what we can call an X or a crossover. We're going to strap that in and we're going to reach in opposite directions. Bring it back to center. And there's our X. That's 1. And open and 2. Okay, we're going to do 15 of these. Same rep scheme. Okay, that rep scheme again is 1 set of all these for 15 reps. That's 1 set, 15 reps of all these exercises. I think there's 4 I'm going to go through today as well. Next week, if you feel like adding another set, it's 2 sets of 15 reps of all the exercises. Week 3, you guessed it, 3 sets, 4, so on and so forth. You really don't have to do more than 4 with this. Again, if you're doing preseason work as an athlete, any kind of throwing, for you cricket players, Rockish, this goes out to you. You're going to do towards the beginning of the season when you're building that strength, 6 sets maybe. When you do off-season work, you can 4 to 6 sets is all you really need to do. But once you get into a season, stick with pre-game, maybe 2 sets. Post-game, 2 sets. So in total, you're getting 4 sets, right? So again, we've got the X, okay? Guess what the next letter is in the English alphabet? A Y. So that's at tension as I protract my shoulders forward. I'm going to retract. My elbows come back parallel at 90 degrees off my body. I'm going to externally rotate at 90 degrees, and I make a Y as my hands go up and outward. I come back down to 90 degrees at the elbows, I rotate forward, and I go back to protraction. I retract, elbows back like I'm elbowing somebody behind me, rotate externally into the Y. Back down to 90, elbows still out, or hands still externally rotated, internally rotate to 90, I'm going to then protract forward as I reach forward. Back 90, Y. So that's the Y. Next 2 we'll do, we can unhook this band and we are going to double it up, hold it overhead, and as I retract those shoulders, I'm pulling them downward in the movement. And you'll see my hands naturally come apart. Pull that band apart, okay? Down and squeeze. You can do this one either way, behind you or up. And as I go up, my hands or my shoulders will go towards my ears. Down and back up. Same with going backwards. I'm going to pull back and spread apart. Forward and protract and back. Okay? So that's all 4 of the exercises. Dr. Brett Glass, Glass Chiropractic, and these are the ancillary movements to the rotator cuff. Stay tuned for more. Like this video and become a fan of the page. Have a good one.